Yeah. Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Barakatha YaHaWah, Barakatha YaHaWaShi. Barakatha YaHaWah, Barakatha YaHaWaShi. Barakatha YaHaWah, Barakatha YaHaWaShi. Call Allah, YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth in its entirety, according to the Bible. Peace and salutations to Akim out there pushing this truth all over the earth, right? And the title of this lesson, quick lesson, a couple precepts. The title is why Jacob is where they are today, man. And basically where they are today is a byword, and a reproach, man. You know what I mean? In derision, you know what I mean? Suffering from the curses, man. You know what I mean? The tail and not the head, right? And one of the main reasons is idol worship, man. You know what I mean? But let's grab that real quick. Exodus 20, right? The commandments, man. Right? Exodus 20 verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Exodus 20 verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Right? And we see today, oh man, Jake's big on it, man. We see today, oh man, man's them walking around with what if they're committed, they got unks around their neck, unks. If they're in plantation Christianity, they got crucifixes around their necks, rosemary beads, right? Prayer beads, right? Wood and stone, right? They got Buddhas, Hindus, Islam, right? And Jake's big in it, man. But yeah, one of the main things is that idol worship, man, right? The law, statutes, and commandments being, not obeying them, but that idol worship, man, right? It's one of the main reasons, man. Because the Most High Power, YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, is a jealous God, right? Jealous power, right? And that's why we're the tail and not the head, right? That's why Deuteronomy 28 verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail, right? Deuteronomy 28. Chapter 15, verse right on through to 68 is curses, man, right? That befell the people of Israel, right? The children of Israel, man. You know what I mean? Right? The children, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They're us being the children of them, right? And that's why we're in the state we're in today, man. You know what I mean? And I'm quick to point this one out right here, man. Deuteronomy 28 verse 44. I'm quick to point it out, man. Because when you look at these curses, man, these curses do not align with anybody else on this planet, other than the so-called Native Americans, the so-called Negroes, and the so-called Latinos, man, who make up the children of Israel, man. You know what I mean? Right? Those false inhabitants. Right? That doesn't describe their plight. Right? Let's get this one real quick. Hosea chapter 8 verse 11. Because Ephraim hath made many altars to sin, altars shall be unto him to sin. Right? Ephraim, man, making altars to sin, man. Right? Pagan worship. That's all that is right there. Pagan worship. False gods. Verse 12. I've written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing. Right? The laws were given only. The statutes, the laws, the oracles were given only to Israel, man. Right? Right? And the stiff-necked people that we are shunned it, turned away from it, man. Ran after other gods. Ran after idol worship. Right? Let's get it real quick, man. The laws were given only to us, man. Psalms 140. Laws were only given to us, man. Psalms 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob. Who? YaHaWah, BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, showeth his laws. To who? Jacob, man. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He showeth his word, his statutes, and his judgments to Israel, to Jacob. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye YaHaWah, BaHaSham YaHaWaShi. Right? Most High Power has only dealt with Jacob, Israel. Right? No other nation has he dealt with. Right? And as for the judgments of YaHaWah, BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, these other nations don't know these judgments, man. They don't know it. But Jacob does. Israel does. Right? You know what I mean? But yeah, idol worship, man. Idol worship is a big stumbling block for Jacob, man. Hosea 8 verse 13. They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifice. Salakia. They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings, and eat it. But YaHaWah accepteth them not. Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins. They shall return to Egypt. Khan. Yeah. So all this idol worship and sacrificing to pagan gods, demonic gods, other philosophies, other doctrines has resulted in the current captivity that we're in, man. You know? Spiritual Egypt, spiritual Babylon. That's where we are right now, man. Right? This current captivity. Right? Serving other gods. Right? Asleep. Right? Verse 14. For Israel hath forgotten his maker. I just said that, man. Asleep. Forgotten his maker. And buildeth the temples. Salakia. And buildeth temples. And Judah hath multiplied fenced cities. But I will send a fire upon his cities, and I shall devour the palaces thereof. Caught up in all these false doctrines, man. Asleep. You know what I mean? Asleep. But we're waking up. Let's get that. Baruch chapter 2. Right? We're waking up. And other nations, primarily Esau, Edom, they don't want to see that, man. Because they know if we wake up, we return to our power. Our power being YaHaWah, BaHaSham YaHaWaShi. Baruch chapter 2 verse 29. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. Right? Scattered. The curses are scattered. Verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. We're in the last captivity right now, man. In spiritual Egypt, spiritual Babylon. We're in the last captivity, where we're remembering ourselves. Right? The elect is remembering themselves. Right? Most High willing, we are the elect. Right? But we're in that last captivity. Right? Verse 31. And shall know that I am YaHaWah, their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. Khan. So we're waking up right now, man. You know, the elect's waking up right now, man. And they're blowing the trumpet, right? They're pushing this word, right? And what they're afraid of, and primarily Esau knows of this, primarily the elites, right? But what they're afraid of is the curse is turning on them, pursuant to Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. And YaHaWah, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Khan. So we waking up and remembering the true name of YaHaWah, BaHaSham YaHaWaShi, right? We're understanding why we're in the state we're in as a people, right? Right? The so-called black people, so-called Native Americans, right? So-called Latinos, right? The tribes, Benjamin, Judah, Levi, Issachar, Manasseh, Ephraim, right? Zebulun, right? Naphtali, right? We're waking up and remembering, right? That's why you're seeing all these things going on worldwide, man, right? All these things going on worldwide, because we're in the last days, man, right? But the Most High willing, we are the elect, right? A matter of fact, the Spirit just hit me, man. We'll catch one more. I was going to close out. Deuteronomy 4, Spirit just hit me. Deuteronomy chapter 4. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 27. And YaHaWah shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Most High shall lead you. Verse 28. And there ye shall serve gods. Khan, we're serving all these false gods. Those asleep Israel's, serving all these false gods, man. Right? And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. Right? But if from thence thou shalt seek YaHaWah thy power, if from thence, right? These are the nations that we're scattered to, right? If from here, we're amongst the heathen right now, right? Scattered, right? If from here we remember, right? But if from thence thou shalt seek YaHaWah thy power, if we remember and seek YaHaWah, thou shalt find him, if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Verse 30, when thou art in tribulation and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, the times that we're in right now, if thou turn to YaHaWah thy power and shalt be obedient unto his voice. Verse 31, for YaHaWah thy power is a merciful power. He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he sware unto them. Khan. So we remember the name of the Most High, YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, in the land of our captivity, in these last days, where we've been serving these false gods, wood and stone, right? We remember, right? I showed you in Baruch chapter 2, verse 27, 28, 29, 30. I showed you, right, where we're going to remember the name of our Most High power in the land of our captivity and wake up. And that's what's going on, right? But, we've been in a state of sleep for millennia, man, right? The tail and not the head, primarily because of idol worship, but disregarding the laws and statutes and commandments of YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi. For blatantly disrespecting the Most High power, right? Killing his prophets, disrespecting his prophets, right? But yeah, it was a quick lesson, man. Just wanted to drop it, you know what I mean? Drop it, feed the sheep, you know what I mean? Push this word, you know what I mean? But I pray you're edified. Call Allah YaHaWah, BaHaSham, YaHaWaShi, BaHaSham Qadash, right? Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great Muslim who taught me this truth in its entirety. Peace and salutations to the Akim out there pushing this truth, this word all over the earth, right? Stay in this word, stay focused, stay prayed up without ceasing. You see me? Kwam Yasharallah, Abad Babal.